All right, good morning. Dave Knight here for 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Today is June 5th, Wednesday, June 5th, 2019. It's inventory day. I was doing some busy work here, and I'm going to unleash this chart, and then we're going to look at some lines. Now, this is the S1 line. Now, this right here is the low of the week. Something I'm going to be adding to my charts to know, and I made it like a bright yellow to be able to see it if we get close to it, to know what the low of the week is. Now this low of the week 52.11 came on Sunday night. All right, now if we look up here, this solid white line coming across prices, if we'd scroll back, if you would scroll back and look, you're going to find something very similar to this going back a little bit. And so it's a significant point that seems to be holding right now, demand line, let's just call it what it is. And basically every time it's been going back there, people have been stocking up and then driving it up again. You can see that the ranges here, these are corresponding, the dotted lines are corresponding with high volume bars going back from Sunday to today right now. And you can see that we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them on the charts. So the first one, I believe, yeah, the first one comes in right here at the 79 mark. And if we look on here, see one at 40, and this is a significant point. If we would go back and look this way, you'd see that the area that, you know, it's holding up that way. And then you have priors. We have priors up here. This is where the market was. And there's your high of the week right up here, 54.62. So if we would plug those in, 54.62, high of the week, and we plug in that low at 52.11, we've been in the range right now is 251. And you can see that this is some significant points to get through on the other side. So there's some supply, there's some supply up here. And I would argue that there's some demand right here at the 65 mark right now on the week so far. All right, so that's going to do it for this little chit chat for this second. Waiting on the inventory number to come out at 9:30 EST. It's about an hour away from here. Be back in a bit. All right, I thought I'd unpause here for a second to talk about what's going on pre-market, or I shouldn't say pre-market, pre the inventory report right now. We're seeing an area that's looks like it's getting heavily supported right now, but it's also falling too. Now remember, the 52.11 is the low of the week, and we're closing in on it. And also, right now it looks like we're bouncing off of that S1. But look at the volume that's been created right now. This is 2,403, and this is 4,415. So we're in a, I would argue that we're in a very tight area that the market's trying to hold right now prior to the market moving to the report release here. So I put a white line up here and a white line here, solid horizontal lines. Now, when I was talking about before, here is an area that is supporting, and then of course you see the pivot up here. Here's your pivot point, and then we saw the S1 below. So what we know about the trading days, we're trading between pivot point and S1, but it's getting very, very hairy in here. Helter-skelter type of movement back and forth in between these two areas right now. All right, so we're closing in on the report release. As a reminder, remember I can't trade 1 minute prior. Excuse me. I can't trade 1 minute prior and 1 minute after. I mean, there's like a 2 minute window that you're not allowed to trade in. So you have to wait for the report release at 9:30, and then physically I got to wait for 9:31 before I can get into a trade on Central Standard Time. Now, if your clock says Eastern and you're following a New York market, NYMEX, 9:30 is actually 10:30, right? We'll be back. One more point, though, I want to make here. This is highest volume not only of the day, but of the week as well. It might be a highest volume bar I've seen in 2 weeks, or maybe even longer. The significance of these points is that it could, it's supporting. You can see it supporting that level. So there's a lot of built up demand here, it looks like. But demand can be a failure bar as well, and it can, well, look at it. I mean, just don't know which way the market's going to head. So you see the doubt as the volume kicks in prior to the release of the report. So most likely it's a lot of longs getting out, or someone with a lot of, it's a lot of volume that it got exchanged. I think personally that they got out of it due to the fact that we're so close to this low here. And right now they don't want to take any more of a loss if they came in off of that. But are they buying here? What are your thoughts? The people in the know this is the low and getting ready to skyrocket up? Good question. I have no idea. As Ozzy Osbourne says, I don't know. All right. 2 minutes prior to the release of the report here. Most manipulated report under the sun. The crude oil inventory report. And we've seen some high volume spikes already prior to the release of this report. Obviously got me curious what side, who's doing what. 2K bar and a 4K bar. And we're trading right inside that 65 range. No surprise there. I guess on the one side they're thinking about $50 a barrel. On the other side they're thinking, hey, let's try to see if we can drive it up to 55. So I would tell you right now, I would argue the range is between 55 and 50, maybe higher. But as far as GAN says today, 53.98 on the up, 51.76 on the down. Notice I've got 133 on the chart here. That's a 4P move. That's enough. Now here's the pain in the ass right now, right? Having to wait. There's 52.11. That's the low. See lots of volume getting exchanged here. Damn, that's just moving way too fast. I'm going to hold off on the short for now. That's boogieing a lot quicker than I would want it to. I think we can come back up to the 11 maybe. I don't want to catch the bottom of this move. All right, let's measure this bar here. I'm going to hold off a minute or two here. Right in here. See the S1 line. Lots of red. There's S2. I moved an awful lot, pretty fast. But let's mark the 1 minute, because this is where I would have lose my money here today, I think. That moved pretty fast. I'd have to come in short between 81. It's already back there right now. So that's why I didn't like it. So I stood aside on it. Moved too far too fast. To feel comfortable with it. I mean, we dropped from 52.79. We dropped $1 in less than a minute. We dropped from 52.81 to 51.81 roughly, 51.82. We dropped. Well, we did. We dropped $1. We dropped $1 in a minute. Dropped $1 in a minute. So that's too aggressive for me. It's way too aggressive. The ADR right now is way too high to be taken on the inventory port. I'm going to wait for the market to settle down a little bit, and we'll take a shot at it here in a minute. I'm going to pause until I find something I like. All right, so we do have a 200 bar setup right here. We'll take on that to start with, 51.99. I'm looking at it to get back up to the 52.10 and protect. I'm really going to be cautious on this because I'm scared of it. Let's measure from the low here. Low is 51.64. From the low, 51.97 would be 1p. 2p is 52.31. Really don't want to see 52.01 in now. Did we catch the tiger by the tail here today? I don't know. $52.31 is a 2p move right now, bringing it up back to S1. If we can get a 3p move, which is what I'm targeting right now, that's 52.64. And if we're lucky enough to get that 4p move, going through all of these ranges, that's 52.97, and that'll win my, not only my day, that'll win the combine, or FTP, excuse me. We're going to lock in our 5 here and hope for the best. True up move won't look back. All right, I don't know where we're going now. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, it's going to go lower than I think. I mean, obviously, well, shit. How do I know which way it's going to go? I just play the best I can with what I see. going to pause here. If this was a true move up, I don't believe we come back down. It would have kept on moving. It only went from the bottom. It did not go 2p up. Doesn't mean it won't. I have no idea. I'm just doing the best I can with the information that's presented in front of me. I didn't want to take a loss on that particular trade because it can run the lows just as easy as it can run the high. Looking to short at 95 now. Underneath the low of the day, low of the week. And now going after the lows. So looking for the market to run to the low. I want to hold it above that 11 mark though. For now. If we get down to the low, then we'll protect 95 close to it. We bust through here, I'm going to move. Okay, that's good enough for me. Don't like it yet. It should fall quickly. It doesn't. It hasn't fallen quickly. Could just as easily go up as go down. So we would just protect the best we can. $51.95. What I need on the down move is 62. That would bring it through the lows right now. Let's see where our target is. Remember 5176 was the GAN number. Now we've come off of that. That's where the GAN was. The next target underneath that is 42. Let's plug in today's high to see how far we've been. Let's plug in today's high. High today is 53.41. Let's measure that. 53.41. The 9p move is 50.41. That'll be target for now. So I'll figure out where I want to go. All right, so we're good right there. We can win at 63. So we've been down 5p right now. 41 will be. Okay, now we'll lock in. We'll lock in 4. Pretty high volume number right there. Hopefully that's failure. 51.51 low. Let's go ahead and lock in 10. Let's call it 12. So what do we not want to see? I really don't want to see S2 now. There's 500 on the table right now. Let's make sure we grab that while it's available. All right, I want that. I want the 50 tick win. You're going to get stopped out at some point. But I want this win today. I need it. I need to get close enough to be able to hit the out. All right, so let's see where we ended up today. There we are now. Back. Up 600. 2 trades. That's going to do it for me, man. I'm going to bank this profit. And look to get the 32,000 on the 50 tick trade. That can happen. Let me pause here. So I hit a new account high today, by the way. So after the loss of the last cut on Monday, being stupid, I was able to hit. I recovered yesterday a little bit, and today I moved to a new account high. So I'm close. I got the day count. I think today was day 11. So I have the day count. Now it's just a matter of hitting the 32K. It might be. I watched this volume bar here. I don't want to give back anything right now, so I'm just going to let the market settle down here, and then we'll debate about if I want to do anything more. Here's the 10-minute chart, and we caught it right here.
And that's because I wanted at least a 50 tick win, because I have been getting my ass kicked on the retracements all week. So the goal right now is past the frickin' FTP and quit worrying about how much profit can I get on a trade. Get that 50 tick win when it's available, and work my way to another 50 tick win, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. We're right now at the GAN number we hit the 190 degree angle, 5106. I mean, we're asking a lot of the market here. I mean, $50 a barrel is on the table right now if they want to hit it. So that's kind of my thought process, but there's been a lot of volume exchanged here trying to slow this down move a little bit. $51.23 new low. So let me stop this video here, and I'll talk a little bit later.